solve in less than a minute. X plus 1, x minus 1 equals 15. There is a concept called difference of two squares, which will help us and enable us to be able to solve this question actually in less than a minute. If you know you have the ability to solve this question, pause this video, solve it, and drop your answer at the comment section. There is a concept called difference of two squares. As you can see in the diagram I have here, two squares, a smaller square inside a bigger square. You can see the area left when you subtract the smaller square from the bigger square. An expression like a plus b, a minus b can eventually give us a square minus b square. Imagine if we open up this bracket, when we have a plus b and a minus b, right? There is a function in between the two parentheses or brackets, which is product or multiplication. Opening this bracket, we can have a, this was a, yeah, into, then we come to pick this entire bracket, and we have a minus b, right? Okay, so and then we can have this plus b, right? This plus b, yeah, and then we can pick this entire bracket again, and we have a minus b again. And then by the time we open up this bracket, we have a square, right? A multiplied by a square, right? A multiplied by minus b, a minus ab, right? Then let's come here where we have plus b multiplied by a, we have plus ab, right? Plus ab, then plus b multiplied by minus b, then we have minus b squared. Okay, so easily we have minus ab plus ab, they cancel out, so we eventually have a square minus b square. And this is just an identity. Like we have been able to identify that anytime we have something in this form, a plus b, a minus b, automatically we just know that we can simplify it into that a square minus b square. Same thing applies now. For example, if we have 2 square minus 1 square, right? This can eventually still mean 2 plus 1 and then 2 minus 1. You understand? The same thing if we have 4 plus 3, okay, 4 plus 3, and then into bracket 4 minus 3, right? So this can actually be written now as 4 square, right? Minus 3 square. It's just an identity once we understand the way it functions. Now when they ask us solving less than a minute, x plus 1, x minus 1, I want you to know that the major thing they want us to apply there is nothing but this difference of two square, because by the time we look at that expression, it definitely looks like what we have been talking about since morning. So based on the identity we have been able to prove earlier, merely looking at x plus 1, x minus 1, we can easily break it down and simplify into s square minus 1 square equals to 15. That's all. Once you are able to decode this expression, definitely you have solved this problem. Why? Because now from here we no longer have issues. Our 1 square already we know is 1, so we can rewrite and say s square equals to 15. And then what do we do? For us to balance the equation and we want s square to stand alone at the left hand side, we add 1 to both sides, so we can have x square minus 1 plus 1 equals to 15 plus 1. Okay, so minus 1 can cancel out plus 1, right? So we have left s square equals to 16, because 15 plus 1 is 16. Okay, when we have this, how do we get our s? The function we are having there is an exponential function, s squared. So for us to cancel out that our s square and have just x left, so let me just finish it here. We can square root both sides, because the opposite of square is square root, right? So we're going to have our square root of s square, yes, to be equal to the square root of 16, right? Square will definitely cancel square root, so we have x left here at this side, and then at this other side that we have a real value. Our answer for the square root of 16 will now be plus or minus yes. Why? Because so eventually x equals to 4 or x equals to minus 4. So now the interesting thing about this solution is, without explanation, if we are going straight into solution, we will definitely solve this question in less than a minute. How? When we already have x plus 1, x minus 1 equals to 15, our next step will be the identity. S squared minus 1 squared equals to 15. Our next step will be s squared minus 1 equals to 15. And then s squared will be equals to 15 plus 1. S squared will be equals to 16. And then we know that the square root of 16 is plus or minus 4. And before you say Jack Robinson, you've gotten your final answer. Bukola makes mathematics simple. Great job!